Episode 4 of Blue Box begins with Taiki telling the audience that Chinatsu has been living with him and his mother for a month. Taiki reflects on how life has been since Chinatsu moved into his home. Then, we cut away to Taiki and Kyo discussing Taiki's mood. Suddenly, Chinatsu texts Taiki. Chinatsu wants to know if Taiki took her uniform by accident. Taiki realizes he did. He departs from class to deliver Chinatsu's uniform to her at their school's AV room. Taiki arrives. He learns Hina and her team are holding a meeting inside. Taiki drops Chinatsu's uniform on the ground. After Taiki and Hina engage in humorous banter, Taiki walks through the halls. Chinatsu texts Taiki. She tells him to come to the roof's west side. Taiki arrives and hands Chinatsu her clothes. Chinatsu puts her uniform on in front of Taiki, much to Taiki's shock. Taiki says he'll guard the door so no one sees Chinatsu changing. He realizes Chinatsu's more defenseless than he anticipated. Chinatsu changes her clothes, thanks Taiki, and departs. Taiki reflects on what happened. He wonders if Chinatsu views him as a girl instead of a guy. Taiki vows to convince her of his manliness. Eventually, Taiki heads home. Taiki's mother scolds Taiki about properly packing his belongings. Then, Taiki returns to his room and ponders how he should approach his first high school badminton match. Taiki heads outside to practice. Chinatsu spots Taiki practicing outside and tells Taiki that his shirt is inside out. Taiki takes his shirt off and Chinatsu blushes. Chinatsu turns away and Taiki apologizes. She asks Taiki to come near her. Chinatsu pokes Taiki's forehead and gives him advice. She suggests Taiki stop overthinking things and show people what he can do. Chinatsu tells Taiki he still has time to get stronger. Taiki reflects on Chinatsu's words and tells Chinatsu he wants to get strong immediately. He doesn't elaborate on why and heads to his room to sleep. Then, we see Taiki and Haryu competing with a few players during the doubles competition. Later, Taiki and Haryu run into Kishi. Kishi is Haryu's former middle school badminton doubles partner. The former doesn't like Haryu because Haryu failed to give Kishi Chinatsu's phone number. Taiki confronts Kishi about his love for Chinatsu. After Kishi explains why he's in love with Chinatsu, Kishi confronts Haryu. Kishi demands Haryu to introduce him to Chinatsu if he defeats him in a doubles match. Unfortunately, Kishi's partner gets sent to the hospital for stomach issues. Kishi demands that Haryu face him in next week's singles competition. Haryu refuses. After further discussion, Haryu offers Kishi a deal. If Kishi defeats Taiki in a singles match next week, Haryu will give Kishi Chinatsu's phone number. Kishi accepts and departs. Haryu tells Taiki to watch his back since Kishi's a great badminton player. Taiki returns home. He eavesdrops on his mother and Chinatsu's conversation about him. Chinatsu and Taiki's mother discuss Taiki's victory and his health. They wonder why Taiki is pushing himself so hard. Chinatsu opens up on why she said what she said to Taiki and mentions that she regrets her remarks. Taiki enters the room. He tells his mother and Chinatsu he'll give it his best shot in the singles competition. Then, we cut away to the tournament. Kyo and Haryu observe Taiki and Kishi's match from afar. Haryu and Kyo discuss Taiki's situation. Suddenly, Chinatsu and her teammates arrive. Chinatsu's teammate tells Haryu she and the others were competing in a basketball match next door. She says they wanted to see how Haryu and the others were doing with their tournament. Haryu comments on Taiki and Kishi's game. Kyo confronts Chinatsu and tells her he knows about her situation. Chinatsu knows Kyo knows about her situation since Taiki told her some time ago. Kyo tells Chinatsu what's on the line regarding Taiki's match with Haryu. He asks Chinatsu to take Taiki somewhere if he wins. Kyo tells Chinatsu Taiki is motivated by her even though Chinatsu doesn't believe that is a fact. He argues against Chinatsu's claim. Kyo believes Taiki deserves an award for putting in the hard work. Taiki pulls off a neat move during his game with Kishi. The episode ends with Chinatsu telling Kyo she'll take Taiki to the aquarium if he wins. While it's unfortunate that Kyo's character hasn't received proper development yet, he came through for Taiki this week. His conversation with Chinatsu was insightful and heartfelt. Kyo is the type of wingman many would want on their side, especially if they're pursuing someone they argue is out of their ballpark. Hopefully, the series will delve into his character in the coming episodes. A snippet of dialogue about his aspirations and background would be beneficial. Kyo aside, Kishi will be Taiki's new rival for Chinatsu's heart. Like other characters, we receive minor details about Kishi's feats, background, and personality. It's not much, but it's enough to help viewers get a general sense of who he is. Hopefully, this rivalry is handled with care and doesn't end swiftly. Additionally, we're optimistic Taiki will come out on top next week. An episode focused on Chinatsu and Taiki at an aquarium would be spectacular. It could be a great way to develop their romance with each other. But all in all, this was an enjoyable episode of Blue Box.